I knew my colleague was stealing my drafts. For months, I'd been leaving unfinished manuscripts on my desk, only to see my ideas and even my exact phrasing show up in his brilliant new proposals. Reporting him was pointless. He was the boss's golden boy, and I had no concrete proof. So, I decided to set a trap. Not just any trap, but a literary one, a masterpiece of poetic justice. I began writing a new novel, my best work yet. I poured my heart and soul into it, crafting a story so compelling, so unique, that I knew he wouldn't be able to resist. I deliberately left the draft open on my computer every night, making it look like I was getting close to finishing. I could practically feel his eyes on it, his greed growing with every chapter he sneakily read. The story was about a brilliant artist betrayed by his apprentice. Ironic, right? But the real genius wasn't in the plot. It was hidden in plain sight. Deep within the climax of the book, I embedded an acrostic. It was a series of sentences, perfectly natural on their own, that carried a secret message. The first letter of each sentence spelled out a damning phrase. To ISB OOKW assessed OANFRO, followed by my full name. It was my copyright trap, a digital watermark woven into the very fabric of the narrative. It was subtle enough that a casual reader, or a thief in a hurry, would never notice. But once pointed out, it was impossible to unsee. I finished the manuscript, my poisoned book, and left it for him to find. Just as I predicted, a week later, he announced he had just finished his own novel. A passion project he'd been working on in secret for years. He even used my title. The nerve, but I just smiled and congratulated him. I knew my part in this little drama was to play the supportive, unsuspecting colleague. He got a publishing deal almost immediately. His connections, plus my writing, made it a sure thing. The publisher launched a massive marketing campaign. Billboards went up, online ads were everywhere, and interviews were scheduled. He was being hailed as the next big thing in literature. He was doing all the heavy lifting, promoting the very evidence of his own crime. All I had to do was wait for the book to hit the shelves. I was letting the thief do all the marketing for me. The launch day was yesterday. The book shot up the bestseller lists. He was on top of the world, basking in the glow of stolen glory. The initial reviews were glowing, praising the author's incredible talent and originality. My stomach was in knots, but I held my nerve. My moment was coming. This morning, I logged onto my author blog and a few popular book forums. I wrote a single post. It was titled, "An Interesting Easter Egg in a New Bestseller." I didn't make any accusations. I simply pointed out the acrostic on page 287. I explained what an acrostic was and then spelled out the hidden message for everyone to see. I attached a screenshot of the page from the book, highlighting the first letter of each sentence. Then I simply wrote, "Isn't that a fascinating little detail?" and hit publish. The internet did the rest. It started as a trickle, then became a flood. Readers who had bought the book flipped to page 287. They saw it for themselves. The realization dawned. The fascinating little detail was, in fact, a confession signed by the thief himself. The public humiliation was immediate and brutal. The 5-star reviews turned into 1-star warnings. The comment sections of his interviews exploded. The hashtag with the book's title started trending on social media, but not for the reasons he wanted. People weren't talking about the story. They were talking about the scandal, the audacity, the perfect, poetic trap. He had become the villain of his own bestseller. What makes this trap so perfect is that it's an unpatchable error. It's not a typo you can fix in the next print run. The acrostic is part of the story's core. To remove it, he would have to rewrite the entire climax of the book, admitting his guilt in the process. The digital versions? Even worse. The original file is out there, a permanent testament to his theft. Every copy, physical or digital, is a monument to his fraud. He can't erase it. He can't deny it. He published his own conviction. He paid for the printing, the distribution, the marketing of his own downfall. He put his name on my book, and in doing so, he signed his name to my accusation. The publisher has already pulled the book and issued a statement. They've terminated his contract and launched an internal investigation, though I doubt they'll need to look very far. I've already been contacted by their legal team, not with threats, but with an offer. They want to re-release the book, this time with the correct author's name on the cover. Mine. The story of the plagiarism payback has made the book more famous than any marketing campaign ever could. My colleague? He's gone into hiding. He deleted all his social media and hasn't been seen at the office. He's not just a disgraced author. He's a meme, a cautionary tale for plagiarists everywhere. He wanted to be a famous writer. Well, he got his wish. He's now famous for being a thief. And I'm the author who wrote his legacy. Sometimes, the best revenge isn't served cold. It's served in hardcover with your name hidden inside. He thought he was stealing my masterpiece. But all he did was deliver it to the world for me. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story of creative justice, make sure to like and subscribe for more. See you next time.